You have cars and then you have something like the Tesla Cybertruck. Everyone seems to have an opinion on it, and it's perfectly understandable why. I mean, just look at it. And since you might be able to get your hands on one in India soon enough, we thought we'd take a closer look at it. A surprise is that the Cybertruck isn't quite as large as the traditional full-size pickup it competes with in the USA. But in the Indian context, this thing is absolutely massive, large enough to take up nearly an entire lane on our roads. It overshadows something like an X7 easily. It's quite a sight, but stainless steel is not an easy material to work with on a large scale, and it shows with the uneven panels and gaps, as well as with the sharp edges to the bodywork. This is when covered for with how Tesla seems to have gone out of its way to not make the Cybertruck look like a car. You don't have door handles, just a button that pops the door open and makes you leave smudges on the steel, and the lighting is discreetly hidden. Like I said, I'll let you make your own opinions on what you think of how the Cybertruck looks like, but the whole car is filled with all these interesting facts and numbers that you haven't exactly seen in any car before this. For example, this wiper, it's absolutely massive. It's the largest one that's been ever fitted to a car. And this body, it's made out of stainless steel that's been formed by air, and it's 1.8 mm thick, which Tesla says can even stop a bullet in some conditions. And you also have a frunk, which is quite usable. As you can see, I've fitted a slimish kind of trolley here and a duffel bag. The powered frunk seats at just the right height and shape for you to use as a seat, given the 100 kg weight limit and 200 litre volume. Another over-the-top fact is that the laminated glass panels happen to be impact resistant, as you saw in that viral Cybertruck reveal. The 20-inch Cyber wheels, as they are called, don't look as large as they are, but the ridges for the aero cover on them and the chunky tread complement the Cybertruck's sense. They seem as India-ready as the Cybertruck's ground clearance, which can range from 201 to 406 mm, depending on the ride height setting you choose for the air suspension. But really, this is the draw of the Cybertruck, having a wild machine that is still as practical as a regular pickup. And the numbers at least point to that. For example, I can put stuff right in. It's a 6-foot long bed, so all kinds of things that you might want to fit in will go in here. And the payload is 1.1 tons, so you can carry as much or even more than a D-Max, for example. Having said that, Tesla also says there's this tonneau cover, you can stand on it. I'm not going to try it because this is someone's very precious car. But to give you that full sense of practicality, you can open this up and then you have this absolutely massive bed. And the way this functions is also really quite smooth. I mean, it lowers right down to the rear windscreen, and then when I pull that up, you actually have some degree of rearward visibility, which is pretty good. Now coming back to what's on offer inside, you have a pretty neat bottle opener for those tailgate parties. There are a couple there, and a whole host of plugs so you can power equipment, again, if you're out, say, camping or so on. So very thoughtfully done. And there is also a neat kind of secret storage space right here. Like other EVs, the Cybertruck is based on a skateboard architecture and isn't a body-on-frame construction like the toughest pickups you can find. Powering it is a 123 kWh lithium-ion battery pack that is good for nearly 500 km of range in this top-spec tri-motor Cyberbeast version. The Cybertruck can charge at up to 325 kW via the Tesla supercharging network, while the AC home charging speed is 11.5 kW. Now, this Cybertruck welded on badge may be as wild and wacky as the rest of the truck is from the outside. Once inside, you'll be surprised at how minimal this place feels. In most other cars, the screen still largely feels like a luxury feature. But in the case of this Tesla, it really is the nerve center of the car. It controls all the car's functions, right down to adjusting the mirrors and AC vent controls. It's a bit intimidating at first with a vast amount of menus and controls, but the screen is especially responsive and is laid out smartly, so it becomes second nature quickly enough. Most things are a few swipes and taps away. And just with many of these EVs, you have this really open kind of feel to it even then. So, for example, I have this fully flat floor. I can put some items here. There's some big nice door pockets, and that sense continues even here as well. These aren't marked, but they are two wireless chargers. Here I have these very sharply cut cup holders here, and there's
a deep cubby space here, goes right down.
As sensible as the Cybertruck is, Tesla has a great sense of humor, which you can see in the Easter eggs scattered across the screen.
Oh my God.
Like the taps that crack the window of the Cybertruck display, the Mars theme, and the odd horn sounds. There's also games you can play using the actual steering wheel and brakes, along with the usual video streaming features.
Now coming back to how it feels in terms of quality, because that is something that we hear a lot with Tesla. And at first glance it looks nice. Like I said, it's your suede, for example, where you touch it here on the door pillars and so on, and everywhere else. Soft materials here and right in front of you as well. Yes, some of the finish could have been slightly better, especially when you speak of luxury brands, but on the whole it works. And I must say the seats are quite comfortable. You are well bolstered, you have a ventilated function, and thankfully the seats have actual physical controls to set them, so that's very easy.
Let's go.
As with most modern cars, the Cybertruck is packed full of features. You have most things you might need.
Now we don't see this very often in India, but this is quite a common feature among all these American pickup trucks. You can literally use all the space as a storage compartment, but obviously you won't be doing that very often. So how is the Cybertruck like as a luxury car, since if it does come to India, many of us will probably use it as one. So yeah, with that 3.6 meter wheelbase, slightly over that, there is a lot of space in the cabin still, even though you have that huge bed at the back. And as you can see, I have a lot of space to just stretch out, put my feet, my knees have a lot of room. With this being an EV, I have that fully flat floor working for me as always. And yeah, like with many of these pickups, this rear bench is a bit too upright. I haven't found a way to sort of recline it. So yeah, you will be sitting a bit upright. And headroom is slightly tight, I must say, for such a large car. Now, of course, this huge glass pane does help with creating a sense of space, even though these windows are a bit tiny. So yeah, overall it's a decent enough space to spend time in. You have, as you can see, soft materials more or less everywhere. Just like in the front, they may not be of the highest grade of a luxury car, especially some of the plastics here. But with the color palette and the kind of finishes that Tesla has used, it is passable, I must say. Now, of course, another highlight here is this 9.4-inch screen. You can control a lot of the entertainment functions. Of course, you have the climate control at first. You have these directional air vents which help you control it. You can also control the seat heating for these seats. You have Netflix, YouTube and so on to watch. Many of the games that I showed you from the front, and some of the settings. So in any case, it's a pretty usable screen, although maybe two separate ones would have been nice. And finally, coming to how the width is, yes, the third person in the middle will be a bit cramped. So yeah, maybe smaller kids can fit in here. Or better way to use this space is to just use this as this large armrest. Now you might be wondering why you don't see a gear lever anywhere in the Cybertruck, and there's also none of those fancy new age stocks that a lot of these EVs have, because Tesla's again thought of this in a completely different way. So what you have is this swipe function here, which puts it in drive. This is how you go back to reverse, and you tap it to go into park. If this is a bit too out there for you, you still have a more traditional panel here.
With that out of the way, let's get down to driving the Cybertruck. The version here is a top spec Cyberbeast, like I mentioned, that makes 857 PS from 3 motors and what Tesla calls 14,000 RPM. But in the more realistic measurement that everyone else uses, it's around 1000 Nm. It'll still do 0 to 96 kmph in 2.6 seconds and reach a 210 kmph top speed.
Now, we have a brief amount of time with the Cybertruck, but it's been enough to tell you that this is quite a different experience from anything we've seen before. Yes, to an extent it drives like an EV, but to start with, just look at the view out. It feels like you're sitting in someone's balcony. This massive windscreen that's flowing down the dash is about 2 or 3 feet in front of me, this huge quarter glass. You never see these things in cars in any kind of a EV or otherwise. Now we're driving it in what you might call its chillest mode. And it's as easy as any other EV that you might be driving. I must say that the way it shifts from regen to drive to coasting, it doesn't feel like it can do 0 to 100 in 2.6 seconds, but of course you've seen all the videos, you know how it does it.
You can play with the Cybertruck's drive modes quite a bit. There is a chill and standard power mode along with two modes for the suspension, one that focuses on ride, the other on handling. You can also choose the ride height for these settings. Finally, there's the Beast mode that fully unleashes all of the performance. Further, there are three off-road modes where you can raise the truck further. These are slippery, overland that covers sand, gravel and snow, and a wade mode.
Now another thing that will take you aback when you first drive the Cybertruck is the steer-by-wire steering, because it's unlike anything that you've again experienced in any other car. It's very quick. It doesn't feel too artificial, which is quite weird considering there's no direct connection between the wheel and the road, but it just makes the car feel so much smaller around. Yes, the rear wheel steer also helps, but I think it's more to do with this. As you can see, very little input and I'm into the other lane, same back. It's almost like playing a video game.
A few other unique bits about the Cybertruck's driving experience is that you don't have an instrument cluster in front of you, but Tesla has got the layout of the screen quite right. The speed, gear control and ADAS functions show up in your field of vision, making it easy to get used to. There are also no indicator stocks, but thankfully the buttons on the steering wheel are tactile. It's still not as easy as a traditional car, but it helps.
I've barely touched the throttle and we're already at 70. We won't go faster because this is someone's very precious car. But yeah, there's enough performance on tap. And I also must mention that the ride is not bad. It's decent. I mean, it's running those massive 20-inch chunky wheels. So for that kind of setup, it's okay. You do have a slight firm edge, typical of all these air suspension setups on, say, those broken patches or those really sharp kind of speed breakers. But that's nothing out of the ordinary. That's something you can expect in any other luxury brand.
The Tesla Cybertruck could be priced around Rs 1 crore in India, with the Cyberbeast version inching closer to 1.5 crores. For that money, there's nothing that draws as much attention or feels as futuristic. Yes, we would have liked it to be better made overall, and a bit more space in the back would have been nice, but you still get a competent EV with a comfortable cabin with that massive bed. But clearly the Cybertruck isn't something you make sense of, just savor the spotlight.